And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose tongue is after the workings of sin.
People to Egypt to buy horses. For the Lord has told you, you must never return to Egypt. The king must not take many wives for himself, because they will turn his heart away from the Lord. And he must not accumulate large amounts of wealth in silver and gold for himself. So according to this individual, this Christian scholar theologian, he's saying that this verse condemns polygyny. Now, what have you to say about that, babe?
Well, I would say that the verse is saying just for the king not to be greedy and going to just get wives just to get them. But I don't think it's not saying not to have multiple wives or many wives, because he's a king. Imagine a king only having one wife. It's also saying not to add large amounts of wealth, but a king is going to obviously be wealthy and have lots of silver and gold.
Get the most high. Drop a ball, man. Damn.
I'm doing better. I'm doing better. I'm doing better. I'm doing
Yeah, Char, but it's hard to transition. But when you understand that,
it's not hard if they give you a fat enough fucking bag of money. You know? It's not hard if they give you a $10 million check. It's not hard if they get your checking account and the next morning, that Monday morning, you got $10 million in your account. It ain't hard. It ain't hard. How hard? Not hard.
it's only the one West camps out of 8 billion people.
And there they go. It's
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the millstone. Shalom to the mighty AHPARYAM, people who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as a speckled bird. They may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. His brother Kawakal coming at you with another lesson. Romans chapter 16, verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahawadah HaMashiach, but their own bellies, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. And now I want to say, yes, this is technically partially kind of directed towards Deacon Genesis, I believe that's his name, Priest Hakah Slakia. But also I want to say this in general because I think people tend to not really understand this concept. So yes, technically this does involve him, but I'm not necessarily going to be like saying, what's his name, X, Y, and Z specifically, or whatnot, because at the end of the day, I don't really have too much information. All I know is the clips that I have seen of him saying stuff with his own words. All right, and it's just, from what I've seen, it's just not a good look. All right, from what I have seen, and just two examples is, number one, he was talking when in this debate or whatever. It was a while ago. He was basically saying, outside of this, Israelites stuff. Oh, I have a life. I'm going to do this. I'm enjoying this one and third. Saying some shit that was basically implying that like his life is good outside of this, which kind of just seems odd to me. And the thing is that, let me get this. I'm not saying, because you are, let me get this. Matthew chapter 20, Matthew 19 verse 23. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. So through his implications and of his financial situation, it kind of appears to me, that's what I'll say, that he is in a very good spot financially. And I'm not even trying to pocket watch or anything like that, but I will say that he's definitely raised some questions about how he got to said situation. All right. Now, aside from how he got to said situation, but also, um, but also, just in general, like what is he doing? Because on top of that, on top of what we know or what we see that he is teaching, oh, all people can be saved, Gentiles can be saved. He just completely abandoned the thing, and he's constantly finding new stuff to remove from the scriptures rather than just stick to what is the truth? What is the truth? He's teaching, Gentiles can be saved and whatnot, which that's going off. That's going off of what the scriptures are saying. All right. So as a result of that, there's a disconnect. It's just like he's just going off. He's wrong. Now next, First Timothy 6 verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Okay, so the thing here is that the love of money is the root of all evil. That's what is leading people astray onto the wrong path. But also, well, that's what is motivating people. But also, Luke chapter 6 verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. And this is the thing where the Lord is just basically again, it's not definitive, but more than likely, the Lord has just decided that, okay, you know what? You are not worthy of salvation or whatever that the Lord decides. I'm not saying that this is what is happening. I'm just saying, because, man, from all the information that we have, they were able to see that, that just the Lord is just not dealing with them, especially if he is consciously choosing to say, you know what, I'm just gonna keep on teaching that Gentiles can be saved or and whatnot because this is the thing that makes me the most money. Oh, sorry, that was the second thing I forgot to say. The second thing was where he had responded to a comment that was saying, Deacon, you said, or Priest Akal, you said that if you ever want to start making money, you would teach Gentile salvation. And then he was basically correcting it through some semantical way, which it still doesn't change the fact that he basically admitted that he was saying that. All right, but the only small correction, quote unquote, which it still doesn't make any sense, is that he was saying that he would teach Christianity. I think that was what he said. I think Christianity specifically, which that is still a dishonest statement to make because you're still using the Bible and people would also gonna follow and just say, oh well, since anyone can be accepted in, well we're Christians, so we're gonna follow you and we're gonna do this and that and third, whatever. It's still gonna attract that what's it called that Christian mind, that Christian sect of believers and whatnot. All right. So as a result of that, again, as before, that was a dishonest attempt at trying to um, deflect being called out from the evidence that was brought upon him. Next, no, not this one. Is this it? Nope, it's not this. It's over here. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perisheth, the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. And that's the thing where our people, are so fixated on the things that are seen. They're so fixated on the carnal, slacking wealth, rather than fixating on the king, slacking on the kingdom of heaven, slacking with that. And as a result of that, that's where you have this where, okay, well, I'm just going to go after this. I'm only focused on this and nothing else. Like I need the money. I'm going to get the money. I'm going to fight for the money in X, Y, and Z and whatnot, rather than uh rather than waiting for Yahawash and His, which let me actually get this because this is another precept I want to get. In Peter, 1 Peter 3, verse 14, but and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, but and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled. You know, that's the thing where we have to suffer for righteousness' sake, okay? Rather than suffering for it's like suffering for righteousness' sake, as in the stuff that that we prioritize is Yahweh Shai above all else. But of course, that doesn't mean that, oh yeah, just let yourself be homeless and stuff like that. Obviously, you need to do certain things. But the thing to remember is that the fact that we are not, prospering, are in this kingdom, it shows that the Lord is, you know, He has a plan, and He's going to work on things where He's going to make it so that soon our suffering is going to be brought to its end, and you're not going to be attached to the money, because that's the thing. People are going to get attached to their money. They're going to say, "Oh, I don't want to lose my money. I did all this grinding and stuff like that, so I have thousands of dollars and whatnot." But when the MOTB comes and gets implemented, things they're going to say, "Oh, well, I'm not going to lose my money. I'm not going to lose my millions and whatnot." So as a result of that, I'm just going to take the thing, and you know what? I don't care about anything because I still want to keep my money. And as a result of that, that's where you're going to get people that's going to be led astray, because people are going to be teaching this type of stuff. People are going to be teaching this type of stuff. They're going to lead these people to their slaughter, lead them to their deaths. All right. The First Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. All right, and that's the thing where for us, we're supposed to be aiming for the incorruptible crown, but people like this are going to, and I'm not saying specifically him, but people in general, including him, including what's his name, Priest Lakal. So as a result of that, that's where you're going to have people that's like, okay, well, I'm going to do all this work to appeal to as many people as I can, so we can continue to get more and more donations and stuff like that, so I can grow my bank account and whatnot. All right. So with that, I pray the system is edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Rukwak, Shabbat, honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone above the ball and shalom.